Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It is super sunny and warm and very nice here today. The goats are out. They're having a ball. They're they're just absolutely having a ball. I did notice that one of my chickens needs her toenails clipped, so I brought out the dog clippers, and I was going to clip her toenails, but she was having so much fun, I just kind of laid it off. And I'll probably do that when I put her up tonight, and that was Shaky. Shaky is the one who has the neurological problem. It was how she was hatched. And I did do a lot of work with her when she was just hatched, a hatchling. And I did a lot of work with her so that she could move and her legs were balanced. Um, but something I noticed was her toenails have grown really, really long because I do give her a lot of the yogurts and cheeses and milks and all of that because she doesn't get to hunt like the other ones. She doesn't have the mobility. And now that she's going to be out here and Tut, I don't know if Tut bothers her or not. He really doesn't. If a chicken doesn't want anything to do with him, he doesn't force him. He goes on to the other one because we've got plenty of huskies out here. I'm just saying. But anyway, I need to go clip her nails, and it was because she doesn't scratch, and yet she was getting all of this great calcium in her diet, and her toenails grew. Okay, so if you noticed when I went to the grocery store, if you watched my last video on the in-store, once again I hit the wrong button at the register and stopped the video. Ooh. Anyway, I did end up spending $96.10, and I saved $29.65 in digital savings. So that was good. Um, One thing I want to talk about though is if you notice how when I find a jar of pickles, and there's been several jars of pickles coming through lately on these hauls from JC, they're closing them out. The olives, they're closing them out, and I'm grabbing them every time I find them because that is great to have in your pantry. Pickled items, they last forever, way past the expiration date. They're pickled. What's going to happen? And they're in glass, and so they don't have that plastic breakdown. So but they don't last here. Olives do not last in this house. And it's not because I drink Bloody Marys. It's because we eat olives with sliced cheese and crackers and fruit a lot these days. Um, like I said, I've been having a hard time eating. Now, tonight we'll be making some shrimp. I pulled shrimp out. I've got that asparagus that I got, and I'm going to cook that tonight for dinner. That just sounds really, really good. But let's talk about the shopping trip itself. As you notice, I go up and down the aisles and I look for those discounts. I look for those closeouts. I go through the clearance. I try to find the reduced meats. Any bit of change goes to the next product that I buy. So if I save 40 cents on something, then that's 40 cents I can apply to something else. I try to keep my shopping trips to $100 a week. I absolutely try. Today, this one being $96. Well, 36 of this dollars was dog food. So I still have $60 that I can spend on us because I don't buy dog food every single week. Sometimes I include it and sometimes I don't. This week I cannot. I forgot to get my milk while I was at JC at $1.19 a half gallon. That's okay. I'll get the 5 gallons at Kroger. So, that's going to happen that way. But I want to talk about building your pantry. When I was putting the groceries away, I was putting the jar of pickles and the olives into the cabinet, the pantry cabinet in the kitchen. This is the one that we eat out of constantly. And I was looking at it and I was like, you know what? That is such a well-rounded cabinet. It's a hot mess. It needs to be reorganized. But I looked in there. There's taco sauces. There's picante and salsa sauces up there. So if we do Mexican or whatever, we've got that there. We can add it to anything. I noticed that we have tons of canned meats, a lot of tuna, a lot of other canned meats that we have. I think there's some of the canned beef if we needed it. I mean, vegetables, fruits, sauces, peppers, add tos. And then you look over into my other cabinet and it's all these baking items, all of our seasonings. And I'm like, this is well thought out. And I am methodical when I grocery shop. It doesn't seem like it. But if I don't need it, I don't get it. However, if it's at a price that makes it half off or more, it's mine if I'm going to use it. And I can honestly tell you that all of the olives I've been buying the past 3 weeks, my husband even went back and got more the other day and from the Kroger store. Well, I saw these with the chilies and I was like, oh boy. So I did have some with my lunch today and they are very, very good. I'm just saying, if you see them, grab them. They're good. But building your pantry, you have your canned food, you have your dried food, and then you obviously have like your spices, your herbs, your oils, your vinegars, all of those things, packets. Say, for instance, you have a guacamole packet, and you're like, what in the world am I going to do with that? Don't just use it in guacamole. You can put it in your steak fajitas, or you could even put it in your Chinese food just to give it that little extra fresh herby flavor. I'm just saying, you can use things that you wouldn't imagine you can use them for. But that's why I also buy all those little cans of green chilies when I get like $1 off too. I go ahead and get them. They're great. They're small, and I can add that little can of chilies to anything at any time. The North sides are absolutely great to get. And, I got a free one today because of one of my digital coupons. Fantastic. So, building your pantry, we know that grocery shopping, you have to go grocery shop for 7 days. And beyond that 7 days, if you're on, and say for that 7 days, you find a lot of stuff and you can make meals for those 7 days and you have a little bit left over. That's what you get your prepping items with. Your your pickles, your beans, your canned meats, your canned foods, the Dinty Moore. I got that today. I'm not used to shopping like this because used to I'd have a fistful of paper coupons. And if it was on sale like that, then I would save more with the paper coupons. And I used to save amazingly with paper coupons. But now it's more like, okay, what's on closeout? What do I need? If I can think on the fly, say I wanted to do the chicken deal. It was $1.99 a pound, and I thought, okay, I can do 1, 2, 3 chicken meals. And then I found something like I did today, where one was marked down to $1.27 a pound. I would have probably bought two had I decided to do that if I had already made a menu plan, because then that would put me one chicken up for the next time. I'm just saying, you got to learn to shop, and you got to learn to shop very wisely. And whether it's comparison shopping, I will tell you that Dollar General and Family Dollar, which I heard Family Dollar was shutting down 1,000 stores. Wow, there's some stories on that. Go Google that one. That's that's some bad news stuff. But you could always tell that Family Dollar didn't have it on the queue that Dollar General did. But anyway, sometimes they'll have vegetables 3 for $1, and they might just be corn, carrots, um, green beans, or peas, but for $1 you're getting three. I'm just saying, do those deals when it comes to canned vegetables, if that's what it takes, because I'm telling you, canned vegetables are absolutely outrageous. And of course, wheat products, the pasta. Just saying. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. If I just sounded like, well, I got to get back out there. I just saw one of the baby goats do a flip. So I need to go check and see if everybody's okay. Because that's me, Mama Bird. I'll have a great day. Hugs from a distance.